I'm Vince, and I'm happy. Yesterday was the day, or at least the first day of the rest of my life. Yesterday I went to the doctor and they checked on my Inspire implant, which is right there. As a matter of fact, I found out some interesting things once they did that. First of all, they had to go in, they put some sort of induction patch over here that was hooked up to the computer so they could program in a bunch of stuff. And then they tested the power of the charges going into my soft palate. The doctor and the rep from Inspire, the little computer all sat there and went through this. And the doctor explained these things, they don't go into the type of nerves where you feel pain or anything. They just, well, it's not something you feel. I mean, you feel it. It's very, very tough to understand. Like the doctor said, you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is until you feel it. And then you know what it is you feel, and now you can test. As they were turning things up, they asked me what I felt, and I went, I'm not sure. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not sure. I don't really know exactly. And I'm standing there, and I'm just relaxed, and they're running all that power to me, and asked me something to the effect of, do you feel anything yet? And I was about to tell him, no. I opened my mouth and I went, my tongue felt like it was all swollen up in the back of my mouth. So, and it was like, I felt a sensation, but I wasn't really sure what that sensation was. So that was my indication that something was going on. Once you've felt that, then they backed off and they started playing around, and I could actually, I guess is what it was. Anyway, it's kind of cool. I understand now. I know what this, remember I made fun about this remote opening your garage door and stuff? This is more than just a remote. This is actually an interface with the app as well as the machine. You can actually control, you've got to hit some controls on this and then put them up against your implant. You hear beep, whatever, when it connects. So you turn it on that way, and then you go to your app. You go to your app, and you check all your data on the app. Now this is at least one screen of the app, which shows my sleeping for that day. My first night, 8.3 hours, boom, straight through. No wakey, no wakey. And this is my first day. It's amazing. It gives you all kinds of how-to videos and stuff like that. A whole bunch of all kinds of other cool information. And it's really fascinating. And like I said, I wasn't really skeptical. It's a great word. I love it. Skeptical. I wasn't really skeptical about whether it was going to work or not. I was very optimistic. However, when you don't really feel anything and you've worn a mask for 25 years, it feels strange to go down to sleep. The other thing that I've been doing for 25 years is, since my mask made some strange sounds and things, for 25 years, I have been very comfortably sleeping on one pillow with another pillow over my head. And I love that. But I was getting air from my CPAP. Now, I can do the same thing. I put the pillow on top of my head, but I've got to make sure that there's a little path somewhere so the air can get to me. It's really silly, but it's fun. And I assume eventually I'll be able to sleep without a pillow on my head, but I'm so used to that right now that that's what I'm doing for my own comfort. But this is pretty amazing. I sleep at this level for a week. Then I use my machine and I can turn it up a notch. There are, I don't know, 15, 20 notches where it can go up. It can keep moving up. If I have any trouble, I can do this. I use it for a week. They tell you then kick it up a notch, one level. because I guess they explained it to me as this is sort of like working out. You're working out muscles that you've never used before. So after a week, those muscles get used to whatever they were doing. Then if you kick it up one, if in fact they relax more, this will help them tighten up and stuff. So it'll work. It's fabulous. I will keep you alerted about it, but so far, it is the best. Sleep in peace and power. This is Vince. Thank you very much, you guys. Have a nice night.